Today, trigger warning for those of you who are not familiar with this story. This is a story about Hagar and how she is treated by this couple who feels entitled to her body. Okay. So I don't know if you've ever thought about it this way, but I think it is absolutely fair to say that Hagar is raped, that Abraham rapes Hagar. I think that is absolutely fair to say. And we're going to read the story. But one of the things I think is really important also to keep in mind is that she is an enslaved person. And this is one of the things that across the board, across millennia, people who are enslaved are available for sex. That is part of the deal for them, unfortunately. Hagar is enslaved and she is raped. She is used for sex. So that is non-consensual. That means the patriarch of this whole game, Abraham, is a rapist. I feel like we could just close up shop today and go home. Go on with your day, right? Abraham was a rapist. He raped a woman who lived under his roof. And so he thought he had access to her body because that is what the culture, that is what people did. It's what people have done. I'm not trying to justify, excuse, or do any of that. I'm saying I'd like you to think about that. That's the context out of which we're getting some of these scriptures from people who see some other humans as fully less than human, because enslaved peoples, we can call them slaves, and that means they're not fully human, and that justifies our use of their bodies in whichever way, for labor, sex, or otherwise. And we're getting these sacred writings from the perspective of people who don't challenge that basic premise. It was too important to their economy. It wasn't happening to them at the point in time in which they're writing. However you want to look at this, there is something that ought to radically shift for you in taking seriously this chapter in Genesis. Okay? So let me read it and then we'll see what comments or questions